Jeez. Okay, let's see if I'm recording. Yes, we're good. We're good. We're back. Okay, like I said, I'm super proud of you guys. This is all all a journey with us, and I'm sorry that you couldn't hear me the first time. Um, I really am. I'm seriously super proud of all the activity and everything that you guys are doing with the intentionality in your business and, intentionality of what you want to accomplish out of what we're doing together. And I just, I'm blown away because I see other people outside and I see other people's activities, and I know that we're going for it, and I know that we are all going to be in the Bahamas celebrating and really just celebrating each other's successes. And I think that's pretty incredible that what we have. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open it up to the Traveler's Gift. Oh my gosh, this book is just, oh, it's just amazing. I love it. And I know when Solange and I were talking the other day, it's like every single person, it gets something different out of every single chapter. And it's going to be relevant to your life. It's going to be relevant to what's happening with you. And so I'm going to open it up. Please unmute yourself to start sharing. I would like a few people to share on what they got out of chapters 4 and 5. And I'm going to just tell you so we know that. So chapter 4, that success law, I'm going to read it real quick. The second decision for success, I will seek wisdom. And then the next one was action, I believe, is, let me see. Anyways, okay, so I'll open it up. Oh, I am a person of action is the third decision. So let's see. Anybody who'd like to go first?
I don't mind.
Okay, Solange.
I got a lot out of these next few chapters. Mostly, I saw myself, of course, with action. And the fourth decision for success, and I think I went back and read it I think maybe 4 times. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. And my gosh, over the last few years, I've taken a lot of steps forward and a few back. And then it started with, okay, taking that first step. We all have done that. But most importantly, the power of control, direction belong to me. Today, I will begin to exercise that power. The course has already been charted. That's for each and every one of us. And we will begin the exercise with that power. And our destiny is assured. We have to have the decided heart. And I kept seeing the vision from the first day that I started. I thought, well, I could do this, get my product for free. Would be awesome. If I made a little bit of money, great. But then as you get to know everyone, the Nerium rhythm, the way everyone is helping each other, the loving, caring, sharing thing, it just blows your mind, and you really see stuff that you haven't thought about for years and years and years. So that just resonated with me. It's been on my heart and my mind the last, week, and it's just powerful, totally powerful.
Awesome. And Solange, I don't know if you'd mind doing this, but can you share yesterday what happened, the interaction with you and your husband?
Oh my God, he's so funny. He's he said, "Well, what happened? Like, where did that? Like, what did you do?" And it's just, and I said, "What are you talking about? I haven't done anything." But he could see the difference in the last week, a side of me that he hadn't seen in a long time. That determination. When I write a list, every year we write a list of things we need to get done in the house and with the kids, vacations, everything. And I hadn't looked at it, my list from last year, because there were things that we hadn't done. And I was like getting stuff done, and I'm like, nope, it's on the list. And he said, well, we don't have money. We have to pay taxes. I go, well, I don't care. It's on the list. I got time to do it. These people can do it. I got to get it done. So transfer money. Just transfer. But he said he saw that passion that I always had. When I write the list that I'm going to do something and get it done, I get it done. And he hadn't seen it in a while. And hey, I'm on it. I don't remember what else he said. But
That's awesome. No, he just said he had you. I remember yesterday you told me he said he had you back. He's like,
oh,
I got my wife back.
I got her back. Like, you are on the roll.
Yep,
So
absolutely. Thank you.
definitely.
Thank you, Solange. Anybody else want to share? Go ahead, Michelle. Just unmute. Or Patricia, whoever. Patricia, go ahead. Patricia unmuted first. Go ahead, Patricia.
Okay, so the one of the areas in my life that has really been that I have held myself back with is action. I do a lot of thinking, and it was particularly evident yesterday in the training about spending a lot of time thinking and not much time doing action. But in this last week, I did take action. And I actually had someone chase after me because she had overheard me talking to another client when I was having my toenails done. And she heard me talking about this skincare stuff. And she said, I didn't want to interrupt you, but here we are. We were like the only 3 cars in the parking lot at Osh. And she chased me down. And I thought to myself, all that was a little bit of action and not knowing who was listening or paying attention. But the whole thing right now is to stop overthinking and just be in action all the time. And that was the first of 3 samples that day that were just happened effortlessly because I stopped thinking.
Awesome. Awesome. Good job, Patricia. Nice. Thank you for that. Thank you. Michelle, you wanted to share. Go ahead. Let me see. I can unmute you. Hold on. I got it. Go ahead. I got you.
Just quickly, about my husband. I had my little my salsa thing on Friday, and people had called on Thursday. They were coming. Then they canceled on Friday, and as it turned out, nobody came. And I said to my husband, I said, I give up. I just give up, which I never do, but I give up. He said, no, you don't. He said, you get back in there and you have your party Monday. I said, no, I give up. He said, no, you don't. You get in there. But he has been, he's supporting me, and I don't usually need support because I usually just go out and do it. But since I got back from the conference, I've had no customers, and that is so unlike me. And it's not that I'm not trying. I know it's just the odds or whatever, but it's just been interesting, been an interesting little spell. So that's all. But reading the book really reminds me, get out there and do it and everything else. So thank you very much for your support. And I wish we had shoes in Canada, but suck it up. It is what it is.
Well, I'm going to tell you, Michelle, I mean, I don't think any of us have ever been there where we have no customers. I'm just kidding. We all have been there. We all have those things happen to us. So trust me, you're not alone. It happens. Yeah. It happens. So it's a slight edge. You just keep doing and doing and doing, and something's going to come, and it's going to be that. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. So just keep going. Your husband's right. You're good. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Thanks. That's all.
You're welcome. Anybody else? Anybody else? Kathy, I'll unmute you. Go ahead, Kathy. Hold on. Let's see. Hold on. Let me unmute you because I know you're driving. Be safe. Not letting me unmute you. You may have to unmute yourself. It's not letting me.
Unmute
there
now.
You are. Go ahead.
Okay, cool. Okay, so I actually went back home to get my book because I had marked some stuff in there when I was reading that there was so much that was powerful that, anyway, so I have marked, Jehovah moves mountains to create opportunity of his choosing. It's up to you to be ready to move yourself. In other words, God can give us everything, but if we don't take the initiative to move ourselves, we're not going to go anywhere. The opportunities can all be there, but we've got to do something with it. So I thought that was really powerful. And then I loved, I am an eagle. It is my destiny to fly. And where he was talking about, who you hang out with. And, we have to hang out with eagles, which we all are, which is why this works. And we just have to fly with it. That's it.
Awesome. Yes. Be careful. You're driving. You're just making me nervous. I know you're really making my sister nervous because she does not like that. She's gonna text you right now, Kathy. Anyways, thank you, Kathy. And it's true. I mean, it is absolutely incredible what we have together. I'll let a couple other people share. I do want to read something from chapter 4 that was really impactful to me. And if anybody has to leave, tell me so we can take a picture before you leave. In chapter 4, it says, "It is never the duty of a leader to struggle for someone else. A leader must encourage others to struggle and assure them that the struggles are worthwhile. Do battle with the challenges of your present and you will unlock the prizes of your future." You're all leaders, so you want to remember that. And it took me a while to get it sometimes, but just remember that. Just remember that as a leader, and because you guys are all growing into becoming these amazing leaders, and we're all going to be on stage, and we're all going to be running this company together. Let me read. See, what was it? "No longer will I bombard my mind with materials that feed my doubts and fears. I will read and listen only to what increases my belief in myself and in my future." And then what you just said, but I liked the whole thing. "If I associate with chickens, I will learn to scratch at the ground and squabble over crumbs. If I associate with eagles, I will learn to soar to great heights. I'm an eagle, it's my destiny to fly." I'm not going to be squabbling on no floor with crumbs. I'll tell you right now, I'm done with the crumbs. No crumbs going on here. I will seek wisdom. I will be a servant to others. So that's what I got from the chapter 4. Anybody else? Lori, go ahead.
Yeah, I want to just touch back on what Michelle Ball said. I want to start off with saying, Michelle, embrace that feeling of giving up, because that is a very legitimate feeling that a lot of us feel. And yesterday at Regional, Shalyn Murphy said there was a friend of hers in her organization that quit, and she quit on herself. She quit, and she would have benefited from Jennifer Aniston. Jennifer, I don't know how to say her last name, one of our top leaders. She was under some of these top leaders, and she would have been very big, high in the organization if she wouldn't have quit. So embrace that feeling, walk through it, face it. And I want to say something. I think that the Audible version of this book is different than what you guys are reading, because some of the things you're saying I don't recall in the Audible. But one of the things that was said in the Audible yesterday was, challenges are gifts. Challenges are gifts. Adversary is preparation for greatness. Adversary is preparation for greatness. So when you're under the fire, embrace it and go back to what your burning desire is. So I just wanted to share that real quickly because Michelle's feeling is legitimate, but we are emotionally tied to the outcome, Michelle, and we need to refocus to be tied to the activity. And with that said, for you local people, I'm having an RP this Wednesday, the 15th at 7 p.m. Those of you that know how much I love having RPs in my home, I mean, I kind of do. I'm still kind of fighting it, but I do it. I do the activity instead of being uncomfortable. Okay, so this Wednesday, the 15th, I'm going to take advantage of the Zoom closing with the top leader out of state, and Monique can explain that a little bit. But anyways, thanks for letting me share.
You're welcome. Thank you. Yeah, it's a journey. It's a journey, and we're all in it together. But we've all had it all. We've all had it all. It's pretty crazy. I'm going to read just the last couple of things from chapter 5. I'll let somebody else chime in after I do this, and then I'm going to go through a couple of things that we did get from training yesterday, because most of you were there and some of you missed it. But I'm going to tell you right now, it was the best regionals I have ever been to, next to Bow Short. Shalyn Murphy was absolutely incredible. Her humbleness, her care, and then I could relate to her because she never washed her face either before she joined this business. And I'm like, wait, that's me, and I can be that. And she was absolutely incredible. So I'm going to share a couple things about that. And Sharon, I know you unmuted yourself. You want to go ahead? Go ahead.
Yeah, what really caught me was the third decision for success. And that was about, I am a person of action. And I struggle with this a lot. In fact, we were at a pool party and Dennis had to nudge me and push me and say, go talk to her. You can do this. You know, you need to go talk to her. And if it wasn't for his encouragement for me to take action, I would not have met this girl, and now we are conversing back and forth, and she's more interested in the business. So we're trying to figure a way how for her to get in the business. Taking that action is really difficult. And what it said in here was, I am a person of action. I inspire others with my activity. I am a leader. Leading is doing. To lead, I must move forward. Many people move out of the way for a person on the run. Others are caught up in his wake. My activity will create a wave of success for the people who follow. And that really hit home with me.
Absolutely. That was, yeah. It was so funny because that chapter, I was actually, not funny, but I was with my friend who was getting a biopsy done on Friday. And I was reading this in the waiting room, and I just kept reading, going, oh my gosh, what's going to happen? I want to know what's going to happen in this scene, in this fight, in this, what's going to happen? And then at the end, when it all came together about action, I was like, yeah, it's just action. It's activity. It's what we're doing. It's activity. It's just doing the do. It's, what am I afraid of when I am in front of people? Because I have the same fears. Trust me. I have the same, let me put this, sorry. I have the same fears. I have the same doubts. I have the same things that you guys do, just like any other NMD has, and any other top leader and any other person in this business. Because remember, all of the leaders have had more no's because they never stopped. And it is the action, because you have to have that activity and that action. I highlighted a couple things at the end of that chapter too. So let me see. I said, when I'm faced with the choice of doing nothing or doing something, I will always choose to act. I seize the moment. I choose now. And we have to remember that. My constitution is strong and my pathway clear. Successful people make their decisions quickly and change their minds slowly. Failures make their decisions slowly and change their minds quickly. My decisions come quickly and they lead to victory. I do not fear failure, for in my life, failure is a myth. Failure exists only for the person who quits. I do not quit. I am courageous. I am a leader. I seize this moment. I choose now. I am a person of action. I'm writing that down, and I'm going to read that every day in my house. I'm putting that up on my bulletin board, because the only thing that's going to take us out of this game is ourselves. The only thing that's going to take us out of this is ourselves. It's going to be when we say, I'm done. I'm quitting. I'm over this. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not going to let you quit, because you've got me on your side, and you have all these other 20 people that are not going to let you quit, but you're the only one who can get yourself out of this game. And I say it as a game because it is sort of, it is. So anybody else want to share about the book? And then I'm going to share a couple nuggets from the training yesterday.
Yeah, Monique.
Go ahead.
I just wanted to say something in regards to the action, because the live video that I made, I had a plan to make it the night before, and then I had a plan to make it the night before. And then I told my husband, no, we have to make the video today. However, our neighbors showed up, and we were all sitting outside until 11 o'clock at night. And it was either, okay, I'm so tired, I'm going to bed right now, or I'm making the video. I made the video. And that was it. Another thing is, I know you said making new connections. So back before I got into a local group that says Women Who Wine. Of course, we are all women in a group, and we love wine. We have events. So the first event, it was a dinner, and it was during the weekday, and I would have to go straight from work, drive over there, and meet a whole bunch of new women that I had never met before. I was tired. I wanted to go home. I wanted to, snuggle with my daughter. But you know what? I did went, and I made a whole bunch of new connections. And yesterday I made 3 new connections, and the next event it's going to be the same thing. Even though we did not talk about Nerium, we made genuine connections. And you know what? They're now on my Facebook. They'll either see it or we'll connect about Nerium again at a later day. So even if it's not about, products or anything, making connection is still, part of the action. So I wanted to share.
Awesome. And you got a lot of traction on that video too. I saw a lot of people commenting, a lot of people, it was a great video. So I'm glad you guys did. It was very cute to see your husband in there, and it was very cool. So thank you for doing that. But yes, you just got to do it. Just got to do it. Okay. I'm going to share a screen with you first, and then I will go into some. Let's see. I've never done this on here. Let's see if I can do this. Share screen. Okay, here's my screen. Let me open this up. So this is the first thing I wanted to share. Can you guys see that? Yeah. Okay. So Shalyn Murphy started with this. It's the 5 steps to success. I will post this in our Focus 20 thing. But I want us to focus on this week. I want you guys to sit there and think about why now? What are you willing to give up? What's the plan? And then tracking your progress, daily accountability, and how you'll celebrate your success. So when she started talking about this, let me get my little notes here. You've got to have that burning desire of why now. I mean, you have to have that burning desire inside of you, and you've got to figure out what this is going to do for your life, wherever you are. If it's your children, if it's your parents, it's your future, or what it's going to be. But you've got to. This is your why, but it's that burning desire. It's that thing that keeps you up late and gets you up early in the morning, and you need to write it down, and you need to look at it every single day, because that's what's going to help you get out of the door and talk to people. That's what's going to help you get out of the door and do your activity. And then look at your life. Look at what you do on a daily basis. So what are you willing to give up? What are you willing to sacrifice? Is it that hour of TV? Is it that nap you take in the afternoon? Is it, whatever it is? I don't know. I mean, whatever you guys have in your life, but what are you willing to give up and focus 30 to 45 minutes solely on your business, solely on your future, and stick to it and create a plan. So create your plan. What's your plan? What's your plan of action in your business? What do you want to accomplish? You already know what you want to accomplish by the end of the year. You already know what you want to accomplish by Nashville, but what's your plan of action? What are you going to do on a daily basis? How are you going to do your 2 days? How are you going to do your follow-ups? How are you going to do your samples? Make that plan for yourself. And then your accountability. The accountability is so huge. And one of the things she was talking about was consistency. And it was enlightening what she talked about with consistency, because we think we're consistent. We think we're doing everything every single day. We think we're doing enough, but we're not sometimes. And so you need to track that. And I know I have a sheet that I'll get from her. I didn't take a picture of it because I had to step out, but I'll get a sheet that we can use as accountability, and then how you'll celebrate your success. So what I want you to do is it's better to do little SMART goals here between now and like a week or 2 weeks or a month, and do SMART goals. Do your little SMART goals. I want 1 new PC this week, and go all out for that 1 new PC. I want 1 new BP this week. Go all out for that 1 new BP. Or make it as simple, because a lot of you guys work full time and stressful jobs, and I get it. So running businesses and having a family and all of that takes a lot of time and a lot of effort, and I get that. So maybe it's just, I want 5 solid exposures and follow-ups together. I want 5 exposures. You're not putting the pressure of yourself of getting a BP. You're not putting the pressure on yourself about PCs, but maybe it's just 5 exposures. Anybody who is at regionals, do you guys want to share on this? And then I'm going to go to the next slide, but anybody want to share, just unmute and add to it?
I will. This is Laureen.
Okay.
Just real quickly, Shalyn said about looking at all your customers. So go in your back office, and let's say you have 50 customers and you have 5 active customers. So go through that list of your 50 customers and call each one of them, especially the inactives, and ask them if you can update them on this amazing new Chew product. Maybe they know somebody who deals with stress fatigue and can't sleep. You can kind of take it away from them and say, maybe you know somebody. I know you were a customer. Would you like to maybe think about somebody you might know? And then that might strike curiosity for them to say, well, I'll just reactivate and try the Chews. So going through all of that might be in inventorying that, and just go through 3 a day at 7 o'clock at night, 7 to 7:15. If you do that for yourself intentionally in your
schedule, you'll feel so proud of yourself on day 7. And that was just something that she mentioned, and I just kind of added a little more to it.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks, Lori. Yeah, she gave a lot of tips. And one of the, go back to the what are you willing to give up and why now and what's the plan part. You have to be attached. You got to mute yourself. Okay. You have to be attached to what you're committed to do. So whatever you're committing to do, you have to be attached to it, and you focus on what you can control. Don't focus on the stuff that you have no control over. So like Lori said, you have the list of PCs in your back office that haven't ordered for 2 years. You have control to call them and ask them about it. You have no control of that person sitting at a table over across from you. So work with what you have control of in your business to get those wins, because those wins are going to help you when the things that you don't have control over, that you go talk to somebody, your confidence is built up, and then it helps with that consistency in your business. And always plan your day before your day begins. One of the things, I'm going to switch the slides. Here's the next slide. Let's see. How do I do it? You'll figure it out. Did I close it?
Can I piggyback on what you just said about tracking?
Yes, please do. Go ahead.
This really hit me. Okay, so she said, track what Shalyn said. Tracking my progress shows me what I'm not doing. Don't just think about what your activities are. That's why tracking is so important. Don't just think about it. What are you actually currently doing? So the tracking is super important. And then she said, consistency wins every time. Why strive to be consistent? Because I'm wasting my efforts when I'm not consistent. That's crazy. I was like, oh my God, I'm just wasting my efforts if I'm not going to be consistent.
Yep.
I'm not building that compound interest. I'm not doing that compound.
Correct.
That was a good one.
And that's a good segue into the next little part, was the consistency part that thank you, Terry, that she talked about. So she did the penny exercise, and I don't know if you guys know the penny exercise, and we've read it and whatnot. So she had 3 people go up there, and she asked them, would you prefer to take $500 right now, or would you prefer to take a penny and I will double it every day for 30 days? And so the person took a penny that double 30 every 30 days. The other person, she said, okay, so do you want to take $500, or will you take a penny and I'll double it every other day? And that lady said the doubling every other day. And then the guy had the $500. The person who had the penny doubled every day for 30 days walked away with $10 million. The person who walked away with the penny doubling every other day walked away with $163. That's because of consistency. Because if you're consistent in your activities over a long period of time, guess what happens? That slight edge happens, that compounded interest, that compounded effect. And it goes with how our checks look, our 5 checks a month. You're going to have this edge. You're going to want to quit because it's not going anywhere. You're going to want to quit because your monthly check was $16. You're going to want to quit because your check is $25. You're going to quit because you have $0. But I'm telling you, because I've been there, I'm there, it shifts. It shifts. And one day you open that check and it's like, holy crap. The first day my check was bigger than I've ever seen in my life. And bigger for me is not like millions or hundreds of thousands, but it was bigger than $16. I cried by myself. And I don't cry very often. Ask my sister and everybody else. I sat there and I cried and I said, I didn't give up. I didn't give up. And I'm not giving up because it can only get better from here. So when I see people quit my business and quit in the business, it kills me because they don't give it enough time. And it'll happen. These people aren't lying to us. It'll happen. And I know you guys know me and trust me and know that I'm telling you, it's real. I called my stepfather when I was sitting there and I got it and I go, we're going to go have some whiskey because I can afford it. Let's go. And he was like, what? I go, don't tell mom, I'm picking you up. We're going out. And I went and I showed him and he was like, it happened. It switched. And I go, I know. And that was right when I hit regional marketing director. And I'm telling you, when I hit regional marketing director, I was floored. I was floored how much was in my savings account at that time. I was like, oh my God, this is incredible. You got to understand too, I'm a babysitter who makes $12 an hour. So it was absolutely incredible what happened with that. And it's only going to get better. So I'm sorry, I had to share that. So the consistency. So look at this, the 7 ways to increase your consistency. Make a commitment, set up routines, don't allow excuses, take advantage of your peak energy state, do the challenging tasks first, review your goals often, and commit to 21 days in a row. And we all know that Sean Akers said that it actually takes 28 days to create a habit. So be consistent in your business, be consistent for your family. Don't let those, what do you call those, energy zappers, those consistency zappers come and take you. You know, when it's time for regionals, or it's time for the Zoom, or it's time for Miriam U, or it's time for GSR call, or if it's time for conference, you don't say, I can't come because of my kids. You go because of your kids. You don't say, I can't go because my husband doesn't want me to. You go because you need to do it without your husband. Don't say, I can't go because I don't want to drive. You go because you need to drive, because you need to get there, because you need this in your business. So remember to switch those philosophies in your head, because that's what's going to help you in this long run, in this long haul. Because I know every single one of us on this Zoom, we're in for the long haul. We've been in for the long haul. There's nobody here that just joined yesterday, because they'd probably be freaked out right now on the Zoom with us. They think we're all crazy, but we're in it for the long haul. And you've got every single one of us to be here for you. You have every single one of us to help you reach those goals and accomplish what you want. I'm gonna touch on a couple things she said. Well, actually, does anybody want to talk about this? Anybody else want to add to this? Because I'm gonna just share a couple more things.
Haha, me.
Okay, go ahead.
I really like the other little scaly thing that she put up, and she said most people quit right here, right before the change, and they're right there. Just make it to the next step. I really liked that. I'm done.
Okay, yeah, that's that scale. That's that scale, and then it's also that picture of the iceberg when that person is going for the gold, or going for the diamond, and then you see them quit and they walk away, and the diamond's right there. The diamond is right there. So yes, don't give up. Okay, anybody else before I go on? No, okay.
Can
So,
I share? Sorry.
Yes, go ahead, go please.
Well, this week has not been a good week for me, health-wise, just health-wise. I'm really behind on my reading. I'm behind on my Miriam U, but I'm not giving up. I'm gonna quit. Like you said, I'm gonna quit something, which means watching TV. Instead of sitting here watching 2 hours of TV, I could catch up on reading and on Miriam U. And that's all I have to share. I know it's very difficult. I can relate to Michelle, I think. And I posted twice on Facebook this week. Nobody responded. Outside of you guys supporting me, nobody responded. And I did get very discouraged, but I'm not going to stop. I probably have to change my wording, or probably I have to look at it in a different way, but I'm not going to stop. I'm going to reach out to Monique and book her every day if I have to and ask her for advice on what I need to do to change. And not having people in your RPs, I've had that many times too, and I need to look at how I could change things, or maybe just go up, approach it in a different way.
And this is coming from a woman who got 2 customers, by the way, this week. So, Carmen, those are huge wins. I mean, yes, you have the challenges, you've had the health issues. You got 2 customers. I didn't get 2 customers this week, and I didn't have health challenges. So awesome to you. I mean, seriously, everybody's giving you high fives, because you got 2 customers this week.
Oh,
And not
thank
just
you.
2. You got 1, and then you got 1 that got two EHDs, and 1 at all the chews. So that's 3. That's like 3 orders. So come on, Carmen, you did phenomenal. You had a great week. You did a fantastic job this week. Okay. Thank you, Carmen. All right. So let me see some of the sampling tips. I just wanted to share some of the sampling tips that she shared. When you're asking people about help, like sampling, you can ask them, do you want to see if it works, or do you want to see if you like it? And I loved that. Do you want to see if it works, or do you want to see if you like it? And then if they say, well, I want to see if it works, great. So let's go for the 30 days, buy the product, try it for 30 days, and we'll see if it works. And if they say, well, I just want to see if I like it, all right, then I'll let you sample for 5 days. It was genius. In 5 days, they're going to see if they like it. In 30 days is the only time they're going to see if it works. Why do we always lead with 5 days? Because we're scared, because we're chicken. But then they say it doesn't work. Well, no, it's not going to work in 5 days. So it's all our wording. I mean, I thought that was genius. And then she said, oh, and Lori, if you're there, you got to share on the marketing, the free sample for feedback. I know, because you were like, oh my gosh, I do that in work all the time. It's when you're doing these samplings and you're sending them those packages and they're ordering, you're asking them, do you want a free sample? But I need your feedback. I'm doing some market research in my business right now, and I need feedback if you get a sample. So Lori, do you have anything to share with that? Because I know you got excited about it. She's driving. You want me to unmute you? You can't hear? You want me to unmute you? I'll unmute you. Let's see. I can't when you're in the car. There you go.
Okay, what did you ask?
I asked you about when Shalyn Murphy was talking about the marketing part of our new sampling, and she said that about the free sample for feedback.
Oh, yeah. So, okay, yeah. So, and I'll share this with everybody when I get it done. Oh, crap. I just lost my darn it, my turn off. Okay, it's okay. So I'm going to create a quick survey about what their experiences were. Amanda Thompson did a survey quite a few months, a couple of years back. She's not in NIRM anymore, but she did an amazing survey. She's a marketing guru, and so is this woman. Shalyn is a marketing guru. So I'm going to create a survey. I sent out 11 samples. I'm going to put a self-addressed envelope with the survey, and I'm going to mail it to the 11 people and ask them for feedback since they received a sample. I'm not going to ask for the sale. I'm going to ask them for feedback. And then I will, and then once I get it, I'll call them and say, well, since you gave me such positive feedback, why don't you try the product for 30 days? It's a little bit of work. I was in the shower today thinking, is this duplicatable? So it will be up to you if you're interested in doing that. But if I can provide you with the survey, you guys, maybe you'll consider it.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I mean, I like that part. Thank you. I like that part because it gives us more. I mean, we're a business and we're doing what we can do to get the feedback that we can get. And if it's positive, it's positive. It's not, we know it's going to be positive, but it's only going to lead to people wanting to try it longer. And it's only going to lead to people maybe trying different products. So yeah, it's great. One of the other things that she talked about, you know, I don't word it this way when we have our RPs, but I'm going to change the word. I actually recorded what she said. And it's like, okay, so what are you looking for? What do you see?
Put your mic up.
Oh, sorry. What do you want to see? Do you want to look better? Do you want to feel better? And, you know, what are you thinking? You know, and if they say, you know, I like to look better and feel better, and I'm not sure, and say, okay, well, let's look at your options, because you know what, the kits have more options for you. So if you start with the $500 kit, it unlocks your options. You get 3 or free, and you know, I don't know, maybe you want to go to the Bahamas. But let's look at the kit, because the kit's probably more for you. And don't worry, I know you don't want to do the business right now, but what if you do later? What if something comes out of it? What if you get your products free? Let's start you with the kit. The kit. I never talked about a kit. I talked about becoming a brand partner. My whole philosophy on that's going to change. Let's start you with the kit, right? Don't you guys agree? I mean, it just makes it a lot easier and there's no pressure. There's no pressure for people to join a business. And guess what happens? I mean, they join a business and then they start making a little money. Hey, well, do you want to get it for free and get paid on it? Or do you want to just order product? Like, I can get you can get paid on it too. I mean, who doesn't want to get paid back with what they're buying? I mean, if you ask people around you, they're spending a lot of money on anti-aging. It's just what they're doing. And we know that now. And now wellness, and we know that they're spending money, and we've got the best products on the market. That's all, guys. I mean, we know that. Look at us. Look how beautiful all of us look. And we all just woke up except for Sharon. She's been up for 3 hours. Anyways, let's see if I had anything else. I heard somebody mute. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to say that's what I said to Francis. Do you want to get the kit if you want all 12 products for free? And I signed a brand partner last week.
Yep.
It
Awesome.
And she doesn't want to do the business, but she likes free and she likes commission. So
right, and she also liked being #1 in the top 10 list too.
Yes, she did.
And she didn't want to do the business, but she got paid on 4 customers, and she beat all of us out on the top 10 list. And she brand new, and she just wanted the kit, just like Carmen. She's gonna be in the top 10 list with her 2 customers. Okay. Anybody else? And then I'm going to end with one thing that they said. Anybody else? I saw Sarah took her video off. Do you want to share anything, Sarah? No? Okay. So one of the things, one of the last, yeah, Connie, go ahead.
I'm sorry. Yeah, actually, I have to leave now, and you.
Okay, so let's take a picture. Okay, hold on.
Okay,
Let's see
sorry
everybody's
about that.
face, and then we'll take a picture. And I'm going to hang up in like 1 minute, Connie, if you give us a second. But
Okay, I'll stay on.
Okay.
I've got to get in my car. And
no
start
problem.
driving.
I like your dress. It's very pretty.
Oh, thank you.
Terry, can we see you, Terry? There she is. Siobhan, can we see you, or are you? Let's see. Okay.
I'm trying.
Okay. There you are. Everybody that's
Trying.
on. We haven't seen her yet. Okay, there she is. Everybody smile. Let's see. Okay, smile. I got it, I think. Okay, got it. So I'm going to leave you with this. Okay, let me mute. Let's see, mute. There you go. Okay. Okay, hold on. Let me mute there. Mute, yeah. Do not put a time frame on your time freedom. That was huge. She ended it with it yesterday. Do not put a time frame on your time freedom. You don't know what's going to come in your life. You don't know what's going to happen. You don't know what you need. Don't put a time frame on it. And one of the biggest things that came out of what her life is that, it was just a little bit of work. She was a stay-at-home mom. No, she was in marketing. She was working. Her husband was working 80 hours a week. And she wanted just something different after when she's like, I just want to make $700 in this business. And then she saw she made that in 3 months, and she just kept with it. She was consistent, and she kept with it. She kept seeing it grow and kept seeing it grow. And she was able to retire her husband. And she kept, it was just a little here, a little there. But, the things that they're accomplishing now are the things that we as a collective group can accomplish. One of the things was her son, her 8-year-old son, had to have open heart surgery. They wouldn't have been able to do that without this business and together being there for him the entire time. And then out of that, her son has created a foundation to help other little kids who have open heart surgery. Like those are huge things. That's what Nerium helps with. And this little boy, he talks to kids about what it's going to be like and that they're going to be okay, and they get a lot of ice cream, and he helps them get through it. Those are the things I want you guys to remember. That's what Nerium can accomplish. We all can look better and feel better, and we can help people create their dream lives, starting with our lives. It just blows me away. But I'm gonna let anybody say anything, and then I'm just gonna say, you know what, guys, I truly am blessed to be on this journey with you guys, and this is just an incredible part of my life. When I look back on my life before and where my life is and where my life is going, you guys are all in my future. You guys are all there, and we're gonna accomplish big things together with each other, and I know that, and I'm just very proud and happy to be a part of this with each and every one of you. I love all of you. But anybody want to say anything? Yes, Connie.
Just real quick. Okay, so my real quick as I leave. So real quick, what you were just saying about the time, and oh gosh, there's so many thoughts going through my head at the same time. So it's like I was looking for a place to live, and I was like freaking out and stressing out. Anyway, so yesterday, yay, I found some place. I'm so excited. But the story in that is that in that time, I've been stressing for like 2.5 months, for a month and a half. Anyway, and but it is about that being patient and learning how to be patient and knowing and trusting that it's going to come, it's going to happen. So what you're saying is true. It's just that when you're in the middle of it, it's like, oh my gosh, I don't see any evidence. I don't see it happening, all of that. So that's it. It's just the faith and trusting, and it's not easy, trust me, because I've been on this roller coaster but anyway, that's it. That's all I wanted to say.
No, it's true. It's true, Connie. I know. That's why we have each other. Hi, baby Wyatt. Look at baby Wyatt. I'm sorry. He just captures my heart. I can't help it. Okay. Thank you, Connie. Okay. Anybody else? We're going to go ahead and end it. Anybody else want to say anything? Anybody? Okay. All right, guys. I'm going to unmute everybody, and everybody can say bye. I will see some people at my house because I'm having a brunch this morning. All right. Thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your Sunday. Bye.
Bye. Bye, Wyatt.
Oh, boy.
Oh, good job.
That's the dinosaur barking.